never going to bring the house down a temperature. So if you leave it at a certain temperature throughout the day and let it cycle every once in a while during the hour, it helps a lot.
If you don't feel up to walking or finding some shade, it is recommended to stay indoors in a ventilated area.
Stay indoors. It's too hot to be outside, and take cold showers or stay in the bathtub or by an open door if there's a breeze or anything like that. But just try and stay inside away from the heat.
For KNTV, Beth Willon, the San Jose News Channel.
And some hospitals have reported some heart attacks and hypothermia caused by the heat. The doctors do not recommend taking salt pills. They say what you should do is just take a lot of liquid.
Another heat-related danger, firefighters are now battling a grass fire near the Almaden Dam south of San Jose. 8 engines, 2 air tankers, and plenty of effort are going into this battle. So far, 30 acres have burned since the blaze started around 4:30 this afternoon. Another grass fire in Sonol was contained this afternoon after burning several acres of open land off Dublin Canyon Road. The heat and bone-dry conditions have forced authorities to close a number of parks in the Bay Area, among them Alum Rock Park here in San Jose. The park was closed today. Rangers say they won't know until morning if the park will be open tomorrow. They say the fire burn index is at an all-time yearly high. And more than 400 firefighters are battling a 2,000-acre brush fire raging out of control near San Luis Obispo. In addition to the flames, fire crews also fighting high temperatures and steep terrain. The blaze started just after noon yesterday in the Pozo area of the Los Padres National Forest. That's 12 miles east of San Luis Obispo. So far, that fire is about 15 to 25% encircled, and right now, no predictions on when it will be contained.
Well, we have a special introduction to make this afternoon, a new member of our news team.
Her name is Roberta Gonzalez. She's joining us tonight for the first time, and Roberta, I have to tell you that we didn't order this kind of weather for you special, but it gives you something to talk about.
Well, when I was originally interviewing for the job, the news director said, Roberta, come to San Jose where it's always 78 degrees. He just forgot to add about 30 degrees, right? But we will have some relief inside. In fact, those record-shattering temperatures that we all have been experiencing here over the weekend here in Santa Clara Valley are now a thing of the past. Rest assured, the heat wave is over, well, for the most part. And now we'll begin to see a gradual cooling trend in the interior sections of the state, including right here in San Jose. Now, the coastal sections will enjoy comfortable highs in the 70s. The Tuesday's forecast for San Jose calls for plenty of sunshine with warm temperatures, but not quite as hot as it has been, with highs in San Jose in the low 90s. And we'll have an extended forecast all coming up in about 15 minutes from now.
Roberta is coming to us from San Diego. It's usually like this down in San Diego.
No, it's always like 74 degrees, please.
Okay, it's very nice to have you with us.
Welcome.
Okay. In other news today, a Navy helicopter with a crew of 8 aboard exploded and fell into the Pacific today about 5 miles off the Marin County coast. The incident taking place in heavy fog just before 11 o'clock this morning. The chopper being part of a Navy mine countermeasures squadron based at the Alameda Naval Air Station. The crew of a ship reported hearing 2 loud explosions and then seeing the chopper disappear from the sky. So far, 7 helmets have been recovered from the water, but there are no signs of survivors. There's also no known reason for that mishap. And a Palo Alto woman was killed over the weekend in a sailplane crash. 32-year-old Diane Wiedenhammer's body recovered yesterday from the wreckage of the craft after she was reported missing Saturday evening. The crash site being in a rugged canyon located about 5 miles from Topaz Lake, that is in Douglas County.
The 5-day-old baby girl who was found just after birth in an airplane restroom will be staying in a foster home for now. In a closed-door hearing today, a juvenile court judge ordered a study to find the best place for the baby. She was found in the jetliner on Wednesday, where her mother, Christina Lacosto, reportedly gave birth to her and then left her. The father, Louis Lacosto, says he didn't know about the pregnancy. Today, he asked for custody of the daughter he calls Alisa Francis. His attorney says that since he is living with the mother, who faces felony child endangerment charges, he cannot be given custody of the child right now. Another hearing is scheduled Friday.
Well, still to come this afternoon here on the San Jose News Channel, Michael Dukakis and Jesse Jackson play Let's Make a Deal as the Democratic National Convention gets underway. We're going to see how it all turned out today.
And you'll also see how you can put your money where your mouth is when it comes to investments. Our money pro Steve Crowley explains how to use your investments to make a political statement.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Stevenage. Coming up in sports on the San Jose News Channel, Seve Ballesteros was as hot as the San Jose weather today. We'll crown him the new British Open champion, and we'll also take you to a very hot Rockland, California, where the San Francisco 49ers open camp today.
FMC Corporation is proud to present The Spirit of San Jose.
From Saigon to San Jose, making it in America Vietnamese style, cake poisson. Amy Wynn started the bakery business with her two sisters and a cousin in 1982 after fleeing Vietnam. Their first sandwiches were sold to lawyers and clerks. Soon, 2 more bakeries were opened as business grew, all of them in or around downtown. A taste of success tied to the future of our city. I'm Pete Pepper, and this is the spirit of San Jose.
FMC Corporation is more than what we build, it's who we are. We're people, over 5,000 local residents who care about quality products where we work and the quality of life where we live. We work daily to improve them both. We're volunteers in San Jose civic groups and community programs. We're in government, education, youth organizations, social services, the United Way, and promotion of the arts. We're FMC, building pride in our community, building defense systems for our country.
Now playing at Russell's Furniture.
The big one.
Featuring tremendous savings in every department.
Bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, team furniture.
Quality names like Simmons, Broyhill, American, Sealy's, Lane, and Bernhardt.
Our lowest prices of the year, and we pay the sales tax.
Save 10 to 50% off selected items.
And we pay the sales tax.
Over $5 million of fine home furnishings.
And the sales tax is on us.
Values throughout the store, going on now.
The big one, 2645 El Camino, Santa Clara.
Have you thought of getting help?
Yeah, maybe. It's not that I don't want to quit drinking.
You can get help to lose those cravings.
Lose the cravings? Where?
Schick. The medical treatment.
In a hospital?
Yes. But it only takes 10 days with a couple of follow-ups.
Let's call.
Schick's alcohol program has the #1 success rate.
Tonight, Michael Dukakis and Jesse Jackson are saying they've patched up their differences and that they want other Democrats to do the same. Their call for unity followed a morning meeting that some were calling the Breakfast Summit. Roberto Munoz has the story.
Michael Dukakis and Jesse Jackson met for nearly 3 hours this morning. Dukakis was seeking party unity. Jackson wanted respect. Both apparently got what they were looking for.
And I want Jesse Jackson to play a major role in this campaign. I want his supporters, who are out there by the millions, to be deeply involved in this campaign.
We'll now own a track, will lead to expanded involvement, more excitement, and great motivation to build a team that will carry us to victory.
The two men did not talk specifics as to what Jesse Jackson's role would be in the upcoming campaign or in a Dukakis administration. Jackson says he wants no job, no title, no salary. Dukakis insists that winning the support of his fellow Democrat involved no backroom deals and no fine print.
That's not the way you win elections. That's not the way you campaign together. That's not the way you build trust and understanding. It's a matter of respecting each other, understanding what we stand for, having that common ground that Reverend Jackson talked about, having that commitment to economic opportunity, to equality of opportunity, to a future for this country in which all Americans share fully in the American dream that binds us together. And you don't put that in writing, you don't put it in the fine print. You understand it, you feel it, you do so instinctively. Yes, Brad.
On Wednesday night, Jackson says he still plans to have his name submitted for consideration as his party's presidential nominee. But once Michael Dukakis wins that nomination, Jackson says he will not challenge the vice presidential nomination of Texas Senator Lloyd Bentsen.
That I cannot remember any time since 1964 when this party has been more united and brought together to victory.
Roberto Munoz, the San Jose News Channel.
Today's understanding between Dukakis and Jackson was reached just hours before tonight's opening session of the Democratic National Convention, and we'll be providing live coverage of the convention in Atlanta the next 4 nights, including tonight, starting at 6 p.m. That's
Well, the official report on the 14-month investigation of Attorney General Ed Meese is now out. The 800-page document compiled by independent counsel James McKay, as expected, clears Meese of the most serious charges against him. The report does not, however, recommend criminal indictment of Meese, but concludes that the Attorney General probably did violate federal conflict of interest and tax laws.
It all came down really to the question, if this were an ordinary person, would he be prosecuted? And we concluded that he probably would not.
Attorney General Meese, who has announced he will leave office this next month, says again that the report represents total vindication of his actions. Still to come here on the San Jose News Channel, a new look from Pac Bell that will change your phone service. You're going to find out what it all means.
And up next, the Santa Clara County really need a hate hotline to defuse racial unrest. You'll find out why there will be one and what it's supposed to do.
It's the 30th Annual Gun Sale and Clinic at Reed Sports Shop, July 21st through the 24th. America's leading gun professionals and reloading specialists will be there. Winchester, Smith & Wesson, Colt, Browning, Remington, and many more, with a special appearance by Tom Ruger. Take advantage of free scope mounting, free bore sighting, great discounts on all guns, and a giant Winchester carload ammo sale. Complete instruction courses in the safety, maintenance, and shooter responsibility of guns will also be available. Great values, great information, Thursday through Sunday, July 21st through the 24th at Reed Sports Shop.
Think about it. Your security depends on the roof over your head. The average roof lasts about 15 years and is not fireproof. This is a global roof. It's not average. Quality crafted from lightweight metal tile, a global roof can last 50 years and looks great, increasing home value. It's built over existing materials so you can have global protection any time of the year with easy financing. Roof to roof. The difference is global. Call 1-800-541-ROOF.
Huge inventory, giant discounts, bigger trade-in allowances. The Hyundai Superstore is now open at Stevens Creek Hyundai in San Jose. In all the Bay Area, we know of no one who can sell you a Hyundai for less. 88 Hyundais, $189 down, or 88 Hyundais, $89 a month. No ordinary dealer can match this selection at this price. $189 down, or $89 a month, plus XL luxury models from just $61.88. Why go to an ordinary dealer? Now there's a Hyundai Superstore. Stevens Creek Hyundai, Stevens Creek Boulevard, San Jose. The Hyundai Superstore.
KNTV, recognized for its commitment to quality local television, continues our most ambitious community-conscious programming effort. 12 monthly specials concerning our community and our nation's community. These programs are made possible by companies that care, concerned corporate citizens who care about the issues that affect our quality of life in Santa Clara County. San Jose Medical Center and FMC Corporation are companies that care.
Santa Clara County is setting up what's being called an anti-hate hotline. This is to take complaints from residents regarding incidents of racial discrimination or racial harassment, incidents that might not otherwise be reported to the police or other civil agencies.
And joining us this afternoon to discuss the hotline and the reasons for such a service is Jim McEntee. Jim is the director of the County Human Relations Department. It's always good to see you. You're a frequent guest here. First of all, how did such an idea come about and why?
If you remember, just about a year ago, there was an incident that took place in the William Street Park in downtown San Jose, in which a black woman was attacked by a number of young people. And there was a real community outcry over this, and rallies and demonstrations of support for the woman, and a feeling of that we have to deal with racism in this community. We had the big rallies and all the fanfare that went around that, but a lot of people forgot about what the real problems of racism were in the community. So we continued to meet with a group of the people who were involved in that, and one of the things that they asked is that we would set up an anti-racism hotline in Santa Clara County. Once we got into the discussion of that, we changed the terminology from anti-racism, we would of course include that, to anti-hate, so that would involve any type of harassment, any type of crime, any type of violence that would occur against people because of a hate motive.
How's the system going to work exactly?
Well, it's going to be a 24-hour number, which will be staffed in our office during the day by trained volunteers, and then in the evening hours and on the weekends, we will have a backup program through the program called Contact, who will have immediate contact with us. So it's not going to be an answering machine or an answering service. It's going to be a real-life person that will be answering the line and can make the type of determination that will be necessary on how we're going to deal with the situation.
Maybe you can be more specific about that. What can these phone answerers do for the person who's calling in?
Well, for a lot of the types of situations, it will be a type of service that people can call in and at least express a difficulty that they're having, that they feel that they're being harassed or whatever, discriminated against because of some hate reason. in a good number of the situations, what we'll do is basically take down information and then deal with it the next day. But if there is a crisis call, then we'll be setting up a relationship with the local police and in the different communities, so that we'll be able to correspond directly with them, either have them handle the situation or we will work on them with a particular situation. We're able to respond both to an emergency type of situation and a non-emergency type of situation.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is when you say respond, what exactly do you mean? Do you mean you'll discuss the situation with all parties involved, or how will you diffuse the situation?
Well, a lot of times what you have to do in a situation is basically get people talking to one another and get some understandings going. I think of what we're talking about is getting communication going between different types of people in our community.
Who's going to staff these phones, and what kind of training are there?
We are going to begin tomorrow evening a training course. It will be about a 15-hour training course. We will go start at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening till 9 o'clock, at 6 o'clock on Thursday evening till 9 o'clock, and then all day Saturday. And we hope that a good number of people from the community are going to sign up to make themselves available to staff those hotlines.
And when's it go online?
It will go online on August the 29th.
And the number, well, we'll have the number before that.
Yes, we don't have the number right at the present time, but we'll have that in the very near future. Right at the present time, what we're really looking for is volunteers.
Okay, sounds like a positive step.
That's good.
Nice to see you again, Jeff. Thank you for coming by.
Glad to be here.
Well, still more to come this afternoon. A century-old dream comes true at IBM here in San Jose. Scientists finally getting a look at something they've been working with for years.
And your investments can do more than flatter your financial statement. Our Money Pro Steve Crowley will introduce us to investments that can increase our social awareness.
New Eagle Premier. Other cars in its class pale by comparison. Premier costs thousands less than Acura Legend. Premier has more passenger room than Ford Taurus, more standard power than Acura or Taurus, and only Premier offers 770 protection. Public TV's Motor Week calls Premier the best domestic four-door sedan in America. Next to new Eagle Premier, the competition just fades away.
Test drive an Eagle Premier at your California Jeep Eagle dealer.
Everyone saves big at the Home Club. July 7th, a comparison of the Home Club's non-member prices with those at Target reveals big savings at the Home Club. Example, Target sells 1 gallon of Ortho Triox for $16.99. That's 29% higher than Home Club's non-member price. And Home Club members save even more. Yes, the list goes on because at the Home Club, you save on everything, every day.
Are your tires tired? Let Tire Outlet and Tires Unlimited put you back on the road with a complete tire service in 30 minutes. Come see our wide selection and low prices. Bridgestones start at $29.95. Michelin's from $26.95. Pirelli's from just $19.95. We'll beat any advertised price on Continental, Wyken, or Dayton tires. Front wheel alignment's just $21.95. Complete brake service only $69. 90 days instant credit. Tire Outlet and Tires Unlimited. Serving the South Bay for over 30 years with 5 locations. Look for our ad in Thursday's sports section of the Mercury News.
Pacific Bell says it is changing the service it provides, expanding local calling areas, and modernizing the state's phone system. The proposal, headed to the Public Utilities Commission for review, calls for fixed-price residential service through 1992. And according to Pacific Bell, consumers will share in any company earnings above an amount to be determined by the PUC. A decision on the proposal isn't due until next year.
Well, believe it or not, many investors do more than just analyze the monetary pluses and minuses of investments. They also look at the socially redeeming value. Today, our Money Pro Steve Crowley shows us how to save money while also making a social statement.
Wayne Silby dreams of an ideal world in corporate America and wonders why not. A time when companies would always work well with their employees, when they would never pollute the environment, make weapons, or deal with South Africa. Wayne looks for companies that fit this image when he considers buying their stock for the mutual fund he manages. Called the Calvert Social Investment Fund, it's one of 10 socially conscious mutual funds today, and it's $160 million strong.
We say you can do well by doing good. Put your money where your heart is. And we're showing that that can be a successful investment strategy and approach.
Is this approach too simplistic and naive? Well, apparently not when we look at big socially conscious funds like Calvert, Parnassus, and Pioneer, because looking beyond a company's profits often turns out to be quite profitable for investors, big and small. One example, at the Calvert Fund's annual town meeting, investors learned this mutual fund had an average annual return of 14%. It's currently ranked in the top third of 45 balanced funds tracked by the Lipper Index. That's a strong money-making record. For Carol Klopfer, social investing turned out to be a smart savings strategy.
Now it seems that nuclear investments are not a good investment, but at the time, I don't think many people knew that, and so by being socially conscious, actually I think we profited.
And the people who manage these funds hope that someday they'll gain the club to improve the way big business does business.
The money is like a vote on how we like the world to be, and where we put our money is very much going to determine the kind of world in which we live.
If you'd like my list of socially conscious mutual funds for smart savings, just write me here at the station and please send me your self-addressed stamped envelope. Steve Crowley, the San Jose News Channel.
More than 100 years ago, a German chemist dreamed of the shape of the benzene molecule, a ring of carbon and hydrogen atoms. Since then, scientists have been able to do amazing things in organic chemistry, from synthesizing drugs to all kinds of genetic engineering. And now, as technology reporter John Crump shows us, researchers can finally see the benzene molecule they've been working with.
You're looking at an image of benzene molecules, rings of atoms scientists have understood and worked with, even though they couldn't see them. That was until this device, the scanning tunneling microscope. Developed by IBM researchers in Switzerland, it has become a standard tool at IBM's Almaden Research Center. Bob Wilson says he was surprised the first time he saw the benzene image.
We'd expected the experiment to fail, and instead we found that really the surface was very nearly perfectly ordered. All the molecules were quite visible, except at defects, where we do find them hopping about at the defects.
Wilson and his group had used the metal rhodium, commonly found in car catalytic converters, to help hold the benzene still for these images. The locations of the rhodium atoms are marked by these black boxes.
It appears that the rhodium pulls the electron density down away from the molecule and into the metal surface, and thereby alters the chemistry of the benzene.
It was 1865 when German chemist August Kekulé dreamed benzene's structure was a ring of carbon atoms surrounded by hydrogen atoms. That was important then for the dye industry, and now these images could help scientists learn more about how organic chemicals in paint could better stop rust.
If one just applies organic film to a surface, one doesn't really know how well the molecules stick. One doesn't know how tightly the molecules pack together, whether there's little pinholes that oxygen can penetrate through, for example.
Other things researchers may learn with this tool could help create smaller computer chips that run faster and have fewer defects, all because scientists can now see actual molecules. In Silicon Valley, John Crump, KNTV, the San Jose News Channel.
A survey by the California Automobile Association shows that gasoline prices have increased for the fourth month in a row here in Northern California and in Nevada. The price hikes include an average jump of 1.3 cents a gallon for self-serve unleaded gas, bringing the average to $1.03 a gallon. The current price rise, which has occurred despite a decline in crude oil costs, reportedly the result of greater demand for gasoline and a decrease in gasoline supplies here in the United States.
Gold prices dipped $2.40 today to close at $437.80 an ounce. Silver was off 16 cents to $7.15 an ounce.
And on Wall Street today, the Dow lost 11 points, closing at 2,117. Volume moderate, 156 million shares traded. Now here's a look at how some local stocks did.
The Spirit of San Jose is brought to you by Night and Day Power Technologies. The difference really is night and day.
Ancient Egypt, alive in downtown San Jose, the Rosicrucian Museum. This was picked as the perfect spot back in the 20s for a unique collection of antiquities, the largest in the western U.S. Also home for the Rosicrucian Order, dedicated to studying the natural laws which allow us to live in harmony. The same mysteries pondered centuries ago. It's one of our city's biggest attractions, 250,000 visitors a year. I'm Pete Pepper, and this is the Spirit of San Jose.
You work at the computer. You've seen it happen. Data error, memory loss, other unexplainable problems. The fact is, most of the problems aren't in the hardware or software. They're caused by utility power variations. Even the smallest power deviation can wipe out months' worth of work. There is a solution. Power conditioning systems from Night and Day Power Technologies. They maintain constant computer-grade power and prevent data loss, even in a blackout. Night and day power conditioners. They make a difference.
It can only happen once a year. Months of planning and special outlet purchases. 400 cars and trucks. The event you waited for is here. The sale of the year at Dodge Country San Jose. Get a new Dodge Caravan from $99.88 or pay only $189 a month. Or get $1,000 cash back or 6.8 financing on selected models. Wall-to-wall Caravans from $99.88 or pay only $189 a month. Don't miss the lowest price of the year. The sale of the year at San Jose's Regional Dodge Outlet.
Come to 1907 nights at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. All rides just 35 cents each, plus 35-cent hot dogs, Pepsi, cotton candy, and more. This Monday and Tuesday evening after 5.
Come to the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On the boardwalk with your baby, where you should be.
That's where we all should be, over on the beach right
think
now,
so?
wading in the water.
Tonight, we are welcoming a new face to the San Jose News Channel. There it is right there. Roberta Gonzalez will be doing our weather for us.
Good to be here, although it's kind of hot. It's very nice to be here.
Well, you came in with weather. That's important.
I know.
You got something really to talk about now.
It's not like nobody's watching weather tonight, right? On your first night. Well, this weather will continue. It won't be quite as hot as it has been the past, day or two, but we will be able to see a gradual cooling trend within the next couple of days, and we'll tell you more about that after we tell you about this. The current temperature outside in San Jose is currently 90 degrees, still a little bit on the warm side. The humidity on the dry side at 32%. The winds out of the northwest at 10, and the barometer kind of steady right now at 29.89. As we take a look at the national satellite composite this evening, we really don't have a lot happening across the United States except all over the state of Colorado, where you do see a little bit of cloud cover. Cloud cover also extending in the southeastern section of the United States all the way down into the section of Florida. As we take a look at the national radar image this evening, we do see that the red indicating severe thunderstorms, they are occurring right now over the state of Colorado, mainly around the Denver area. In fact, we do have some hail associated with that system even as we speak. Heavy thunderstorms occurring also in the mid-Mississippi Valley area, Tennessee Valley, all the way up to Ohio Valley area. And this is all associated with a very slow-moving front. And while the farmers really are welcoming that, because it's not like that they haven't seen any rain since the springtime, right? We also have some rain associated with the system over the Gulf region right now, and that will continue to bring rain at least for the next 3 hours in Tampa. They're expecting anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rain. Back at home, a little bit closer to the state of California, we have a huge dome of high pressure. It's just entirely dominating the entire state. That's what's bringing us the warm temperatures, and will continue to bring the warm temperatures at least for the next couple of days. However, it is beginning to progress in the easterly direction, and as it does so, it's breaking down, so temperatures will be a little bit on the cooler side. You see this black blob right here? What this is a very deep marine layer. That's going to bring us some relief in sight. In fact, right now in the close-up view of the state of California, you see a little bit of a shallow layer right now from San Diego stretching all the way up to about Point Conception and heading north into the Point Pinos area. That will continue to bring a fog layer onshore, bringing those temperatures around the coastal areas and the nice 50s overnight. Tomorrow, expect a high of 75 degrees in Santa Cruz, low 70s in Monterey, and about 95 degrees in Gilroy. In the Santa Clara Valley area, a very nice warm day tomorrow on tap for San Jose, a high of 90 degrees. We also have some 80s and 90s in the interior section, a lot nicer than what we have been experiencing over the weekend. For your forecast, well, we'll take a look at it right now. In San Jose, tonight expect some clear skies, quite on the mild side, not as bad as what it has been, maybe low 60s for tomorrow morning. Well, coastal patchy fog, lows in the 60s, and the afternoon, well, you'll see some sunny conditions, a little bit on the cooler side. You know, that inversion layer has been staying close to the surface, so we have been seeing a little bit of smog in our area. You'll continue to see that for the next couple of days as well. And for your 5-day forecast, well, you got a little preview look at that before because we like it so much, and we're going to show it to you again. Tuesday all the way through Saturday, nothing but sunshine, a little bit of cooler temperatures, but relief is in sight. We do have a cooling trend, and that is good news for a lot of us, especially me. I do not have air conditioning in my car, so I welcome it.
Okay. Isn't she good? Huh? Well, I'll tell you something. No matter how long you've been in this business, getting that first one out under your belt at a station is the most important one.
Yeah, I was just scared I was going to call you like Rick and Donna or somebody.
We answer to anything.
We've been called far worse.
It's really nice,
Okay.
really nice to have you with us.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, children tend to play outside a lot more often during the warm summer months, and outdoor play can mean bug bites. And one of the best ways to fight biting bugs is by using insecticides, but as Marla Renee tells us now, all insecticides aren't as safe as many people might think.
Spraying insect repellent on children to keep the bugs away could be doing youngsters more harm than good. A study from the University of Michigan warns that the active ingredient, DET, can cause central nervous system reactions such as staggering, slurred speech, and seizures.
It's more dangerous for children because their brains are not fully developed and they're more sensitive to the chemical than adults are.
It's even more of a threat to babies, whose sensitive skin absorbs the DET more readily. Parents should avoid using insect repellent at all on children under the age of 2.
I bought the spray for my 4-year-old, and I bought the lotion for my 9-month-old because I figured the lotion would be easier to apply.
Many people buy lotions for that same reason, but lotions can contain a higher percentage of the chemical DET than sprays of the same brand. So when buying insect repellent for children over 2, and even for teens, compare labels. Look for the ingredient DET under any of these names. Choose a repellent that has less than 20% of it, such as off aerosol. In addition to buying a repellent that is low in DET, take these extra precautions.
Do not use it underneath clothing because clothing can trap it and it'll be absorbed even more.
Don't let children apply insect repellent themselves. Don't apply it to kids' hands since they're likely to put their fingers in their mouths. And don't apply it more than 3 times a day, several days in a row.
Mom, I'm going to wash this bug spray off you.
And at the end of the day, rinse the repellent off your child's skin so it doesn't have a chance to soak in overnight. For KNTV, Marla Renee, the San Jose News Channel.
Sports is coming up. Bob Stepanich is going to take us to Rockland for the opening day of a very hot 49er training camp.
Poor things. And Bob will also show you who's crowned the best in the British Isles, the winner of this year's British Open.
The best Japanese small car, the Daihatsu Charade. Just listen to the critics.
Feels as if it were engineered by Mercedes. Definitely the class of its class. Seems huge on the inside. The Mercedes-Benz of small cars.
On average, the Charade sells for $1,000 less than Hyundai and $2,500 less than Honda Civic. Daihatsu Charade. One test drive will show you why this new car from Japan has everyone so excited.
Insurance is puzzling sometimes, but your State Farm agent can put it all together for you. The best value in car insurance. Low-cost coverage for your home. Life insurance. Coverage for your health. Everything fits together when all your family insurance needs are served by one person. Your State Farm agent.
For good neighbor service in San Jose on Piedmont Road, see Reed Sparks. On Branham Lane, see Larry Lee Sr. And on Speak Lane, see Joe Ferrantino.
Just in from Italy, direct to Furnishings 2000. This beautiful handcrafted Italian leather sofa. The look, the touch, the feel of genuine butter-soft Italian leather. This fabulous sofa features generously padded back and arms with rich, deep-seated cushions for extra comfort. Comfort second to none. This is the sofa for you. Sale priced $988 at Furnishings 2000. It's the no-money miracle. With your good credit, no down payments, no monthly payments. Do not pay until November. Pay no finance charges. Furnishings 2000 for you.
Tonight's weather report is brought to you by Russell's Furniture. It's the big one. Save in every department, and they pay the sales tax.
Now playing at Russell's Furniture.
The big one.
Featuring tremendous savings in every department.
Bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, teen furniture.
Quality names like Simmons, Broyhill, American, Sealy's, Lane, and Bernhardt.
Our lowest prices of the year, and we pay the sales tax.
Save 10 to 50% off selected items.
And we pay the sales tax.
Over $5 million of fine home furnishings.
And the sales tax is on us.
Values throughout the store, going on now.
The big one, 2645 El Camino, Santa Clara.
Bob's joining us now on a lovely Monday, a great day for golf in some parts of the world.
Got any Spanish blood in you?
Gee, I don't know.
This is the day for the Spanish. If you've got any Spanish blood in you, this is your day to hoot and holler.
Who won?
We're going to start with golf and a charming Spaniard that could charm the pants off anybody, even me, I don't know. Flashing, charming Spaniard Seve Ballesteros pulled off the hat trick today. Ballesteros captured his third British Open with a two-stroke victory over Nick Price. The two golfers were locked up in a duel, and then came number 16. Take a look and watch where this approach shot on 16 lands, folks. Seve takes a look, and so will we. It's inches from the cup to set him up for a birdie putt, which he got. That gave him a one-stroke lead. He didn't give up, though, going for it all. Look at this chip shot on 18, and it almost ended right here. Oh, what a shot. Nick Price had to go for it all, of course, on his shot on 18, a tying birdie, but it will slide by, and Ballesteros will finish up this hole and his third British Open tournament, his second at Lytham.
Well, I just want to say that to come to Lytham, you know, after the 9 years when I won in 79, the only difference, you know, I just wearing the same clothes, white shoes and blue pants and blue sweater and white shirt, and the only difference is that I'm 9 years older. And apart from that, I think that it was really nice to be back to Lytham, and I must say that thanks to you all people, because without your support, I don't think I would be a champion right now. Thank you.
He is a charmer, isn't he? So Ballesteros captured his third British title, but we've got a local golfer in the area who can match that. And she's 40 years Seve's senior, and she's a six-time winner. The proof is on her plate.
Her license plate says it all. 3 times a champion.
Oh, I know the gals so well that they kid me about it, of course. And one guy said, at a shopping center, said, "What does that mean? Champ 3 times." And I said, "Yep."
Oh, but that tag needs a renewal. 70-year-old Farrell Hapgood is now a 6-time title holder in local tournaments. Oh, and by the way, those are open titles, not seniors. Farrell's taken on all comers on her way to the top.
It's just playing good, steady golf. And I think the gal that wins the championship is playing, she's playing her, well, she's hot.
Farrell's hot, all right, but it took time and patience. She's wielded those clubs now for 30 years, but only started winning the last 5.
To celebrate and enjoy the sweet rewards of over 80 years of working and living together. We hope you do too.
Hurricane sugar from Hawaii,
A buildup of valve deposits can be quite a burden. So we developed Chevron Supreme, the high-octane gasoline with Techroline. No additive cleans intake valve deposits better.
So much for the little Reggies and Darryls of tomorrow. Burger King has your hero, the Flame Broiled Double Burger Hero and the All-White Meat Chicken Hero, both with